The coronavirus pandemic, not the only deadly outbreak in New York City this year. Gun violence also breaking out big time. You can feel the fear that this city hasn't seen in decades. Tonight, it's not just an NYPD problem. The U.S. attorney in Brooklyn now planning what he calls a federal response to the increase of gun-related violence. So what does that mean in practice? Here's Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson.
We are not blind to the fact that it's become materially more dangerous to live and make your life and livelihood here in the city.
Something DeVell Gardner's family knows firsthand. The one-year-old was sitting in his stroller at a family cookout in Brooklyn in July when several men opened fire. A bullet hit and killed the toddler. The incident, part of an alarming spike in violent crime in New York City over the last few months. Today, a plan to beat those numbers back using more federal resources, specifically a special team of prosecutors who will now take more gun cases from state prosecutors. The areas of concern, pockets of Brooklyn like this neighborhood.
We're trying to identify what we would consider to be drivers of violence or the greatest threats to the community, and that would involve looking at aggravators so that we're making sure that we use our resources efficiently.
In other parts of the city, Police Commissioner Dermot Shea points to cases like the one in Queens where a 14-year-old was sleeping inside his apartment with his family, heard glass break, and ran to find his mother dead, hit in the neck with a stray bullet. With this shift, defendants could face higher prison sentences and be held in jail before trial rather than being released.
The answer to rising violence is not more stops. It's consequences for the guns that we do take off the street.
But critics worry this kind of setup will lead to unequal treatment of certain defendants of color. Missing from the announcement, Brooklyn DA Eric Gonzalez, whose office would handle many of these cases, today it had no comment.